Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Falcons, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Indianapolis Colts taking on the champions from the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons. It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
The give to Taylor. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2nd down and 5. On play action, it's Wentz. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Khalil Mack able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Now after the sack, Wentz and the Colts, they're left looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mon. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wentz. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. First and 10, Taylor now. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Play action. Now Wentz. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Colts are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Mon now off of play action. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Mon. Escaping the pressure right. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Buying time to his left. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On second down, it's Taylor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Throwing now is Wentz. Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. After 7-0 on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Mond. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They go play action here. Mond. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Tyreek Hill, 33 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Grady Jarrett, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? Is that what's going to go around the league and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Now a play fake. Wentz. Dancing to his left. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Third down from the gun, it's Mon. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll try the left side with Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
From the 29, Wentz. He finds his man, complete. That's Lucas. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll run on first down. Taylor, 77 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz eluding, nowhere to go. Here he lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. Down the numbers. There he goes. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Coup now for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Into the red zone, Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kylan Granson there to make the grab. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their own 46. On first down, Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, Wentz. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or two short. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Flush to his right. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Bond looks to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Corey Willis. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Down to the 25. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wentz. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Colts continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
Well, if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 120 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl. Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Colts are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 24.
38. Falcons, 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He's going to let it go again. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
22.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Davis at 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front They won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go to the ground again with Taylor. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Wentz going to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they show confidence in their defense by punting it away.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass, and my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Colts are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
That's good for a Falcons.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. He's going to try and go deep again. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons cut into that lead. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the second half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
At the 25-yard line, the Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 156 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz rolling to his right. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. Wentz now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. 3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson. Touchdown, Colts! Kylan Granson with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Colts are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 24. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now Mon. Flushed out right. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And going deep for Hill. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Henry Ruggs, 55 yards. And the Colts are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And going deep for Hill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Corey Willis. And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
We often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, nothing but praise for me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense? Let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off inside the 10. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a two-score lead, fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. No gain on the play there, second down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Wentz will give to Taylor on the draw. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mond out of the shotgun. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Mond looks to throw on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short.
And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2.
It's 2nd down and goal.
On 2nd and goal, Mond. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Falcons get a bit closer. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. 176 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, it's Taylor. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
He's brought down by Deion Jones. Brings up 3rd down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. On 3rd down, it's Taylor, able to avoid him at the 40.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And the worst fears will realize is that one turned into a long touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You've got the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect, but boy, that was force against force.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got him in. Complete. 20, 10, touchdown Falcons. Kyle Pitts with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. It's caught inside the 25. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A big play there for Indy. To throw is Wentz. Buying time to his left. And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Henry Ruggs
with his third touchdown of the Super Bowl.
And the Colts are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
A gain of 59 on the play.
And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in Indianapolis. The Colts are the Super Bowl champs.